Been over a year now, huh? I thought to myself as I looked over the ravaged wasteland which was once a small but bustling shopping center of York Galleria. Seems like only yesterday I was walking down this pathetic excuse of a place in order to buy Christmas presents for my family. As I envied the groups of friends who would stride down the mall like a bunch of celebrities going to a meet and greet. Thing is now is that those people are all either dead or one of those carnaged psychopaths. Well, I never thought I would walk into a GameStop with a T-65, as I only had those guns in games anyways. Reminiscing to myself of how depressed I used to be. I mean, it's not gotten any better, but I've put my emotions on hold for now. I can't be whining about the littlest damn things when your life depends on the next choice you make, as if life is the dealer for this tragic game of poker, and you have to put on your best face as you can. Currently it's the year 2023, 1 year into the Extinction era. Seems like a year ago I was a completely different person. Just like everything else in this dump though, that person has also died too. Deon Knight, which is supposed to be my name, was a stereotypical outsider who struggled with anxiety, social skills, grades, and overall just hated everything. Now that loser is long gone and I'm just some guy trying to make it out here alive. New world, new threats, new people. Keyword, new people. Because Deon would not be able to live one single day in this living hellhole. Get out of my way, you lunatics! I casually remarked at the carnage blocking my exit out of the mall. I let shot after shot as if I was the Terminator. Well, I could definitely kill like one. To be honest, I had gotten used to killing after all. They were no longer technically human. And even if they were, I wouldn't think twice about doing it. After all, I'm alone in this fight for the constant privilege called survival. And if you pose a threat to me, I will take care of you. Come on, you pathetic Walking Dead ripoffs. Why don't you at least try to seem challenging like you do in the show? I arrogantly proclaimed as I walked out the door, untouched by the disgusting, cheap horror movie looking flesh. Well, I might as well get a car while I'm out here in this Mad Max shopping spree. But most of these rides seem broken down. I glanced around the parking lot and I noticed a usable and relatively clean looking Mustang just lying around like a thrown out toy long waiting for its time of play. Well, I might as well take this tool's whip. Probably doing him a favor. I smugly commented. Well, hello there. Guess it's time I put my GTA experiences to good use. I hotwired the car like it was nothing but an easy preschool puzzle. I take off in the car as I put in my CD, which was a mix of music I enjoyed so much, I practically couldn't live without it. Now this gig bangs! Jeez, thank God cops aren't a thing anymore. They would be pissed. As I think of all the songs I had on the CD, it ranged from bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, The Killers, all the way to rappers like Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar. However, there were even more simple lo-fi instrumentals on here too. Hell, I even put some of my own beats on here. But I couldn't do that now. No. Survival is the only subject running through my mind, as if it was a never-ending marathon. But the way that I was driving in the sunset, it reminded me of those old mangas or VHS animes. But I was not Spike or some mean role in a Quentin Tarantino screenplay. No, I'm just a simple loner with an urge to survive. Jeez, to be honest, I'm really thankful for this Hollywood Armageddon. School was a drag, my friends stabbed me in the back, suicide was one of the most trending topics in my mind, and my family was barely around. I told myself, at least I'm truly alone now. I feel safer knowing that no one will be able to knife me in the back. Knowing my past, I knew I was bound to be a loner. Even in this new world, I knew I was always going to be by myself. Can you idiots get out of my way? I exclaimed in anger as I pulled into my base of operations, aka the runners nearby the massive apartment complex I used to live in. Why? Why can't I just walk through a parking lot without having to shoot everything? As I moved through the line of carnage, maybe at least 30 of them, I made them drop like flies. The only thing I was thinking in that moment is that line from the Rob Zombie song Dracula.
That moron knows nothing about bodies dropping to the floor.
I left. After dealing with the Carnaged like the first wave of zombies in Black Ops 2, I made it inside.
But once again, I pretty much did the same crap I've been doing all year long. Feels like this whole survival thing is just the longest 9 to 5 ever. And it ain't even nothing like Fallout. At least there was a story there.
Suddenly, I realized that even if I do make it out of this dump, what the hell is the rest of the world like outside?
Story my ass. This is reality, not some stupid RPG or some FPS game.
I scoffed. As much as I pride myself on being able to operate on my own and not having to rely on others, however, at the bottom of my shallow, heartless guise, it's something I yearned for, something I envy others had. As if I was like the one kid in class who never got any cards or candy on Valentine's Day. The next morning, and once again my life of non-stop looting and raiding was kicked into gear. Basically like a really long Purge movie, except without the crazy maniac suburban men running around in Halloween masks that they had left over from high school.
Well, that's another completely pointless night.
I said in an annoyed manner. Most nights I don't even sleep. Mostly I stay on the lookout, or for the fact that I can't even get tired. So I spend most of my nights being bored and thinking about really stupid stuff. I don't really get into the quote-unquote deep and philosophical horse crap questions like, what's the meaning of life? Nonsense. Nah, I'm wondering if One Punch Man can beat Goku or why Deadpool decided to take Thanos' girl in the comics. As I drive around in my Mustang that I hijacked from the Galleria parking lot, one critical thought popped in my head.
Man, I could go for some Arby's right now. This brother food is beginning to taste like sheets.
However, I realized that the closest Arby's was completely crumbled from the one fight I had with the mutated dog monster thing.
Ugh! What a pain. Guess I'll just stop at the Giant and raid it for all it's worth. Come to think of it, I actually haven't really been there in a while.
After killing a bunch of Carnaged in the store, I decided to take a look over in the snack aisle.
I want to get some Doritos. I've been out of them for at least over a month now.
Then I looked down the other direction and see the most bizarre image I could see in this world. I noticed a pod, like one of those weird cryopods you see in Alien.
Should I touch that? Maybe. What's inside it? Is it a person? Maybe it's like a power-up?
I stupidly pondered. I went over anyways and decided to open it.
Screw it. Maybe I'll find the Smash Ball Ultimate in here.
I pick up the nearby shopping cart and smash the glass open and shatters the delicate body build of the glass. Where am I? Wasn't I just in my class?
What the hell? What's a chick doing stuck in a weird sci-fi cosplay tube?
I couldn't believe there was an actual person just stuck in that pod this whole time. Who are you? She murmured.
What do you mean? Who are you? And what are you doing inside that tube?
I asked.
How am I supposed to know? My memory is foggy and I don't know how I even got here.
She explained.
So you've been stuck out here this entire time?
She asked.
Yep. I mean, I prefer it because it's easier to operate when I'm able to not have to rely or worry about others.
I conveyed. After getting her out of the Giant, I learned that her name was Maria. She apparently was a couple years older than me, but I was the one doing all the heavy lifting as of now.
So you seriously can't remember anything about ending up in that tube?
I asked once again.
Yes, I can't remember anything except for blanking out in the middle of my college class.
She had that look on her face, one of those depressed, no-face eyes you see in anime all the time.
But yeah, I pretty much live out here by myself, and I try to survive, and sometimes I do whatever stupid idea that pops in my head if I'm really bored.
I added.
So, you're one of those basement shut-ins, huh?
You're calling me a shut-in, yet you probably spent a year in the test tube?
Shut up, you might seem like a badass now, but I know that you were a huge geek when everything was normal.
So, Who cares, Miss Cryo Frankenstein looking head? You know, you're the idiot who overstepped the apocalypse.
Shut up!
She screamed. I laughed really hard, hardly despite the lame insults she would come up with, which sounded like the comment section of a YouTube video. I really liked her, and not in a crush type of way because I barely even know the girl. And she is the definition of mean girls in real life. However, she was the first person I was actually able to get along with. A couple weeks have gone by, and I've gotten to know her a little bit better. So she can't shoot to save her life, and rather carry a bat.
I don't want to lug around a heavy assault rifle if I can't even use it right,
She sighed.
Oh, don't come crying to me when you're surrounded and force me to headshot your problems for you.
As we continued our shenanigans, one question she asked stuck out in my mind.
How come you never try to leave this place? I mean, you don't know if the rest of the world is completely wiped out?
Well, I would, but I'm too lazy, so...
Lazy? That's your excuse?
Actually, I just feared what could be out there. I feared if we left, we could be caught off guard by new threats or be unfamiliar with the new lands and get lost. It was just one risk I didn't want to take.
Days that I will be dead, more than suicidal. This is just me in denial. Burn my feelings in a pile. I can't find the strength to smile.
Alright, let's get the loot and bounce.
I told Maria like we were robbing a bank.
Why are we raiding the sheets again for the 4th time this month?
She remarked.
Well, maybe if you didn't mooch off our supplies, we wouldn't come here so often.
After clearing through the parking lot, we noticed that there were barely any Carnaged.
Hey, something ain't right.
Yeah, I know. Those freak shows aren't here.
Maria responded. I moved towards the front of the store, and I hear a massive array of footsteps and psychotic shrieking.
What the hell is all that noise?
Maria asked frighteningly.
We need to haul ass out of here before they catch up to us. Come on, let's dip.
I ordered. We made it back to the Mustang, but they had completely surrounded the perimeter of the station.
Okay, how many are there? Jeez, they keep coming.
I looked to the other side of the giant complex, and I noticed a weird subway station.
Well, seems like I just found the other side of the gates of hell.
I dragged through the ocean and the 7 seas of the Carnaged just to get to the other side of the complex.
Jesus Christ, how many of these crap sacks are there?
I was trying to go as fast as I can without having to plow all of them down.
Maria, grab my T-65 and shoot as many of them as you can.
I shouted.
But you know, I can't even shoot too.
She said in a hesitant tone, as if she was not so much afraid but more holding back.
Damn it, Maria, this isn't the time. Just grab the gun and shoot as many of those bastards as you can.
Without a second thought, as if a ghost had taken over her body, she grabbed the gun and began to rain down mag after mag of bullets with little known of what she was actually doing, but with efficiency. With a split second, I drive the car full force into the station. I immediately grabbed the CD and went down the stairs with Maria following suit.
Crap, we got lucky. We could have just died back there.
I jokingly remarked.
Well, no, duh. Are you nuts?
She sternly replied. We get on the subway and immediately Miss Triggerfingers falls asleep. I just activated the train to set course to wherever it was meant to go. I was not so sure if it was some kind of survivors camp, but it was the only option we had. Indirectly, I was glad I was able to leave here anyways, because I wanted to for a long time, but I held back. And I couldn't anymore, as I needed someone to push me, like how I pushed Maria. For now, all I could wonder is this.
What is this, bunk?